Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and on this edition, we discuss everything about the stock market's opening action and how the trade will pan out. What should be your investment strategies in today's trading session amid a whole lot of volatile turns that we are seeing across the globe, and how will the markets really maneuver all of those? All of those questions I will put to a very special guest today. Mr. Chandan Taparia joins in from Motilal Oswal. He's a technical and derivatives analyst. Good morning, sir, and thank you so much for taking the time out. Well, the markets have actually on a surprise move opened higher despite the weaker clues that we were getting, and from the STX Nifty, the indications that we were getting. Help us understand, do the markets look fairly resilient to you despite the kind of move we are seeing across the globe?
Good morning, Sakshi. Thanks for having me. We have seen that global indices are down, and because of that, we are witnessing sustained selling pressure at every bounce. However, yesterday also we opened negative, but the good part is the support-based buying was seen, and the market has seen the recovery of 250 points from the lows, but again failed to hold higher levels and finally closed with losses of around 100 points. Today also, even after the negativity from the global market, it opened positive, but the concern is that immediate resistance are not decisively surpassed. In the falling market, we need to look at the surpassing of resistance rather than looking at the support zone. So if Nifty manages to hold 16,350, then I think the short-term bottom could be placed for the move towards 16,500 and 16,666. So I'll be closely watching 16,350 zone if for intraday trading point of view or for 1-2 day point of view. If Nifty manages to hold above this level, then you can see a spike of around 150 to 300 points in the Nifty index. While on the downside, the major support is placed at 16,124. So 16,124, 16,350, 16,500 and 666. These are the 3-4 key levels which are going to decide the market momentum. And only if Nifty holds above 16,350, then I'll take the bottom out approach or the contra approach for the buying side. Otherwise, I'll wait and watch for this momentum to get some stability in the market.
Okay, wait for the momentum to get some stability. Otherwise, buy on bounce will actually be triggered. So those are the kind of strategies that are being advised by Chandan right here. On the Nifty Bank, sir, how are you looking at this index? Is there a trade here?
Yeah, actually, the Bank Nifty is also underperforming. If you look at the weekly chart, the Bank Nifty has been making the lower highs, lower lows from last 5 weeks. Again, yesterday it took support near to 33,900, 34,000, witnessed recovery to 34,500. But again, the bounces are not being respected. Bounces are being sold. Good part is today also it opened positive on flat to positive note, not surpassing the key hurdle of 34,500. So if 34,500 is surpassed, then only I'll turn positive in the Bank Nifty. So 16,350 in the Nifty and 34,500 in the Bank Nifty are key level. Above this only, we have conditional buy. Otherwise, the weakness could persist in the market to retest the lower level. So those who are holding the position, either on the long side or the short side, are closely suggested towards 16,350 and 34,500 in the Bank Nifty index.
Okay, understood that. Let's move on to the sectoral moves now. We are seeing some declines coming in, 0.5% fall for the IT and the metal index, but rest of the other sectors are still holding up. The media stocks are higher. The auto stocks are actually doing well in an otherwise weaker sentiments that we are seeing across the globe. The auto sector has bounced back with 1% gains. Any opportunities in the auto space that you see, because this sector has definitely been under a whole lot of pressure over the last 1 year.
Actually, the market undertone is in pressure. Nifty has corrected sharply from high levels. If you look at the last 4 or 5 weeks, auto also corrected, but comparatively holding the major support zone. Yesterday also we have seen recovery in the Nifty auto segment, and today also some buying is there. And if you ask me the two trading ideas on the buy side in the auto, I'll go with the Bajaj Auto and Hero Moto. So first, talking about the Bajaj Auto, this stock has seen the good buying interest 2-3 days back. However, in last 2 days it has been consolidating the range. But buy on decline could be the strategy for the stock. One can buy on small dip with support of 24.30 for upside move towards 2700 level. Apart from that, M&M also looks good. M&M is negating its lower top, lower bottom. Weekly chart is comparatively positive. So one can look at support of 888 for the upside move towards 950 kind of level. So Bajaj Auto, M&M and Hero Moto, these are the three names which are showing the resilience at the time of selling pressure and comparative relative strength in the entire auto segment and the market.
Okay, so Bajaj Auto, Hero Moto, and M&M in the auto space, those are the stocks that you can watch out for, showing some resilience in an otherwise muted market. Let's also talk about some of the gainers at this point in time. You do have Bajaj Auto, like you talked about. There's Asian Paints that's doing well. Hindustan Unilever is doing well after that kind of a fall that we had seen over the last few trading sessions in the entire FMCG basket. Ultratech Cement has bounced back, and Eicher Motors also from the auto pack is doing well. Any names that trigger your mind at this point in time from these top gainers that we are seeing at this point in time?
Yeah, already you talked about Bajaj Auto, which is bottoming out, and selective auto stocks are doing well, so that could be in focus. You talked about Hindustan Unilever that has been consolidating the range, and we have noticed that multiple supports are placed near to 2100 zone. So I think 2100 could act as a major support for bounce towards 20 to 20, 20 to 50 level. So HUL could be in focus. Asian Paint also taken support near to 2970. And if I look at the data of last 7 weeks, 2950, 2970 act as a major support for any kind of bounce. So one can use this support for playing the bounce towards 3150, 3200 level. So range bound bias is visible in both the counter Asian Paint and HUL, and recently turning from the lower band of the zone. So some buying interest, support base could be seen in these stocks.
Right. Another stock that is in focus is constantly after the earnings is the big boy Reliance Industries. The numbers were good, Chandan, but despite that, yesterday, if you see after the markets fell, we actually saw the entire sentiment turn for the negative. In fact, Reliance Industries lost almost 4% in trade yesterday. That's a sharp fall for a day and for a stock like Reliance Industries in a single day move. Again, today also, there's almost 1% cut and the Reliance stock has slipped below the 2500 mark. How are you looking at this stock? Is there an opportunity that investors looking for lower dips to enter into Reliance Industries? Should they enter at this point in time or wait for some more fall?
I think one need to wait for a few more days for the momentum to get established at the lower levels. However, 2 weeks back, this stock was really showing good strength, but now from last 5-6 trading session, it is continuously making lower top, lower bottom. The weakness in the Nifty is also driven by the Reliance, which is corrected by around 350 points from the higher level. So I think it can drip down towards 2440 level, which can provide is a major support. So still 2 to 3% downside is there. I think near to that level, Reliance may try to attempt to bottom out process. So let it decline more and then opt for buying opportunity.
Okay. For the day, Chandan, do you have any more stock recommendations for all our viewers with the target and stop loss that they can trade?
Yeah, so you talked about the auto, and I also want to focus on the power name. So in power group, we have positive view on the power grid and the NTPC. So first I'll talk about the power grid. This stock is making higher top, higher bottom, holding the gains even after the market decline. The weekly and daily chart both has given a consolidation breakouts. The stock is trading at the lifetime high territory. Supports are gradually shifting higher. 2 days back, it has given a decisive close above the major hurdle of 239, 240. So one can buy with support of 239 for upside move to us 260 level in power grid. Apart from that, I'll focus on the NTPC from the power space. This stock is also doing well. We are witnessing the consolidation breakout of last 13 trading session. One can buy with support of 157 for upside move towards 170. And one beaten down where I see the bottom process is the Delta Co. If I look at the daily and the weekly chart, this stock has been respecting to support of 240, 250 zone from last 32 weeks. So you can understand that almost from the October onwards, multiple time it has taken support near to 240, 245 zone, and this time also it is doing the same. On last trading session, it made low near to 244. Today also it made low near to 244. So one can put support near to 244 to play the bottom facing approach in the Delta Cup for a bounce toward 275. So power grid, NTPC, Petronet, Delta Cup, these will be the ideas where we are expecting generate to alpha and witness some buying interest going forward.
Okay, understood that. Well, on that note, thank you so much, Chandan, for sharing all these insights with all our viewers about the markets and specific stock moves as well. Of course, the whole lot of focus will again be on the primary market space after the mega LIC IPO has actually got good subscriptions. Yesterday, it was the last day, but again, the IPO action continues today. We will also see the debut performance of Rainbow Hospitals. The management will also be joining us, so do stay tuned on to for that also on Business Today. And apart from that, we will also see Prudent Corporate Advisory IPO opened and hit the street today for subscription. All of those details will be coming up, so do stay tuned on to Business Today. Thanks a lot, Chandan, for sharing your time with us.